right thing to do. Even though it's tough, even though it might cost you. You gotta do it.
Riverdale family, it's honestly with a heavy heart that I am making this video to inform you that Luke Perry has passed away. I'm sure by now you've seen this news all over social media. Every website is covering it, and it's not something that I was going to cover. Honestly, I didn't know if I should, but a lot of you were tweeting me asking, what's going to happen to Riverdale and what just happened in general. So I figured I would do obviously a little update video. You might have already read about this, so I'm sorry if you had. So last week it was reported that Luke Perry suffered a stroke and was taken to the hospital. Then this morning, Monday morning, it was confirmed, unfortunately, that he passed away at the young age of 52. A statement from his rep reads, Luke Perry was surrounded by his children, fiance, ex-wife, mother, stepfather, brother, sister, and other close family and friends. The family appreciates the outpouring of support and prayers that have been extended to Luke from around the world and respectfully requests privacy in this great time of mourning. Now, Luke Perry rose to fame in the 90s thanks to his role as heartthrob Dylan McKay on Beverly Hills 90210. Honestly, one of the most iconic high school heartthrobs of all time. He also starred in movies like 8 Seconds, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and of course became the ultimate dad heartthrob thanks to his resurgence here on Riverdale in the past few years.
Well, I guess the first thing I want to clarify
You look browner in this.
that's an action figure, and an action figure.
Action figure is the correct terminology for that.
That is.
Now, as expected, Riverdale did shut down production today so that the cast and crew could grieve. There's no word on how long that stop on production will last, but at the time that I'm making this video, only some of the series' regular cast members have publicly said anything. I honestly didn't expect any of them to. I can imagine it must be like one of the hardest things to be going through, and then to have to, I feel like people these days feel like they're obligated to automatically get on social media and say something, so I kind of like that some of them didn't. We haven't heard from KJ Apa or Cole Sprouse at the time that I'm making this, or Skeet Ulrich, but some of them did share their thoughts and prayers for Luke a few days ago, last week, when he had his stroke initially. But as far as the ones who have publicly spoken out, Lily Reinhart tweeted, I'm finding it hard to grasp that he will no longer be around to give long hugs and share his wisdom and kindness with all of us. I'm thinking of his family, his children. I pray for them to heal and find peace in this devastating loss. I just can't believe it. Casey Cott, who plays Kevin, wrote, I'm totally heartbroken. Luke took me under his wing the day I was cast and made me feel like I belonged. He was the most generous, wise soul with unmatched kindness. He treated everyone with love and joy. We had so much fun praying for his family. Machen Amick added, I knew that he was always there for me no matter what. I'm so thankful for the time we had together. He was an incredibly loving and generous man. Marisol Nichols just posted a selfie with Luke and said, I don't have any words now. Maybe I will later. Vanessa Morgan added a sweet photo and said, Angel, no words. Other cast members, the creators and writers of Riverdale, also shared their thoughts, which pretty much echoed many of what others have said, that Luke was one of the kindest, most generous souls they've ever been in contact with. Lots of other celebrities, friends, and co-stars from the past and present tweeted or released statements about Luke, including Leonardo DiCaprio, Luke's 90210 co-stars, and others. There's been no word yet on how Riverdale will address this sudden passing, and honestly, I don't expect anybody to really say anything for a few days or maybe even a few weeks, because they're obviously some episodes ahead in the filming, and they're going to have to figure out how to rewrite things and figure out what to do with Fred. Luke did complete his work on Quentin Tarantino's upcoming film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, alongside Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie, and other big stars, so we can expect to at least see him on the big screen again later this year. Personally, I just have to say I did grow up sneaking into the living room to watch 90210 with my older sister because I totally wasn't old enough to watch it. That wasn't the show that really gave me the crush on him. It was watching movies like 8 Seconds and Buffy the Vampire Slayer that really made me crush on him. And then, of course, seeing a new generation being brought into his light and his, just his acting abilities and just his aura, with Riverdale. It was so great. It was like watching, those kids that grew up in the 90s. Some of them are now mothers and fathers or now, and they have their own kids who are watching Riverdale. So it was like a bridging of generations, and I love that. And so he was able to do that. I think he brought something very special to Riverdale. I know if you watched my Riverdale recaps, I'm a huge Fred Andrews stan. I know a lot of you are too. He was like one of the only good parents left in Riverdale. He did do a few shady things, but not on the, to the extent that all those other parents did. So, yeah, it's going to be very sad to see the show go on without Fred. I don't think they would recast that role. I think that would just be too much and not something that fans would really embrace. I don't know if Molly Ringwald would come back to do a bigger part on the show since, Archie can't live by himself really. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But on behalf of, me, I know the Riverdale family out there, you guys are very, very supportive, sending lots of love and prayers and virtual hugs to Luke's family, his friends, everybody that, worked on Riverdale and other projects with him. Just honored and thankful that, his family shared him with us, that we got to see his beautiful smile and his presence on screen for so many years. So that's really all I got, guys. I don't really know what else to say. I know this is not a happy video, which I don't know if I always do happy videos, but you know what I'm saying. It's not the usual type of video, but I just felt like I wanted to share this and just thank you to Luke and rest in peace, having gained another angel.